You can't come this way.
Except she doesn't seem to oblige when you're playing, does she, Dave?
She obliges my opponents, Caitlin, very often, from what I've seen.
Leave me alone.
What a card to predict by Nick Sissou. He says, put up the ace of diamonds, and bing, bang, blow. There it appeared. Now Kramer sitting on his money a little bit.
Left and right.
Now, I must say it's a very happy final table. Usually the players get quite serious and quite businesslike, and this is a very happy, relaxed table. Everyone's chatting, having fun.
Yeah, you've got a few colourful characters here at the final table.
Listen, guys.
Rami's always up for a joke. Sissou, well, he's basically
Usually
a comedian. His shirt is very comic-like.
Please.
And then Darren Kramer, who's also got a great sense of humour, as does Mauro de Rose. Mauro de Rose, I'm surprised he's firing the whiskies already, because he's a very celebratory kind of guy.
Now you can hear everyone arguing in the background, and the reason that they're arguing is actually because everyone who's gone out from this table was sitting on the one side, and Gilbert Basilio has literally got half the table to himself, and the other 5 players are all squashed together.
Well, this is interesting. I think Ray Rami made a small little raise with 7 high, and Conrad Kutzer picked on him a re-raise with 5 high. So Conrad Kutzer, as I said, if he's got money, he's a very difficult customer, and he's starting to use those chips already. Now, a little side note to Mauro de Rose. Mauro de Rose and I sat at the very first table together of the tournament, literally next to each other. And as it happens, we are good friends already, so we decided to take a little share in each other. And fortunately, it became quite a good payoff for the likes of me, who decided to squander all my money in 11th spot. Mauro de Rose carried me for a little bit here, and thank you very much, sir, for that.
It's always nice to have friends in high places.
That's why I've got you, Caitlin. You're very tall. Right, so Mauro de Rose will let go. Sissou's raised it up with the 9-8 of hearts.
100,000.
He's made it 100,000 to go. And will Kramer defend? Got a king. He's got a queen. He'll be defending.
Cool.
Yep, there it is. Kramer and Sissou heads up to the flop. And Kramer's got a nice little hand, king, queen of spades.
Nick very excited to be in hand with Kramer there.
I wouldn't be as excited. And Kramer, as usually, just pairs, not only pairs the king, but has the second nut flush draw. Not a bad flop for king, queen of spades, that.
It's difficult to get better.
100.
So Kramer now won't allow too much checking. He wants to value his hand. Will bet 100 on the turn. What is Sissou going to do here? Because he's got absolute air. He's got a gut shot draw. He needs a 10 to make a straight. And he's got the best player in the room, who's got top pair and a flush draw. And this he thinks is a good spot to play.
Now you must remember that Darren Kramer is also in very good form, because just before the All Africa Poker Tournament, he actually won the Pigs Peak online tournament.
Sissou's raised. This is interesting. You're right, he won the 2 million a month.
How much more do you have?
210.
On Pigs Peak online. And now he's here.
200 more.
But this is interesting.
210 more.
Yep.
Sissou is picky on Kramer here, and Kramer's got an absolute lock on the hand.
Cool.
He's called. Look at this pot, it's almost $1 million.
Last spot.
Will it be a 10 to save him? No, he pairs the 8. Is that going to make it difficult for him now? Is he going to bluff again?
Check.
Yeah, he's decided no thanks. I've had enough.
Spades as well.
Spades as well, Kramer says. Just to rub your nose in a little bit. I've got everything. I got the king, I
Just
got
so
the
you know.
spades, I got the baby. Give me $1 million chips, thanks. So Sissou tried to get a little bit over aggressive with Darren Kramer there. He found himself eating dust.
Right.
Right.
Right, the legend.
130.
130,000.
130 is the raise.
130 to call.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now Rami was just picked on by Kutzer, and I know, sitting next to Conrad for a long time on the second and third day, he's that kind of player. When you're out of position to him, whether he's got a hand or whether he hasn't, he's going to be on you. And here now, he's got an option to re-raise Rami again. And will Rami believe him this time, considering he just got popped a little while ago? But this time he's got a very good hand.
He seems to count his chips many, many times.
I think Conrad's he's just a very meticulous, thoughtful player. So he'll be thinking, how much can I get out of Raymond here? What will happen if he push on me? Am I prepared to call him? He'll be thinking about all the situations down the road in the event of whatever situation arises. You know, players of his caliber and all good caliber will try and consider all the alternatives in advance, so that they'll know that they're prepared for whatever happens. And look at this here. Look at this here.
Raise.
That's a big raise by Conrad. Mimi, I'm sure, will give us a count in a second.
Gilbert looks like he's got something to think about.
Plus 300,000.
Raise, re-raise.
430,000 to call.
What is
430,000 to call.
That's right. It was 130
Oh, what?
by Rami
Right.
and 300,000 more by Kutser.
Right.
So 430 to the balance of the table.
You right?
Now 300,000 to Rami. What does he think of Kutser's player? Is this another aggressive situation? What will he think of Kutser's player? Is this another situation where he's just being picked on and Kutser hasn't got a hand? Or does he have something legitimate? This is what makes the really good players a breed apart from the balance of the rest of us. You never know what they've got. They've got air, have they got the goods? They're so aggressive.
Now, you have said to us before, Dave, that Conrad is quite an aggressive player. He gets involved in a lot of hands. He raises up a lot of the time. How does that affect Ray's decision?
Well, that's exactly the point. You know, he doesn't know now if he's just being picked on or if Conrad's actually got a monster here, because in his mind he'll know that Conrad could be doing this with absolute garbage, and maybe if he ships here he can get Conrad to fold. But if he saw the cards that we can see in front of us, he would be out of this hand in a heartbeat. So Rami, he'll also be working out now how much have I wasted in the last few hands that I've been raising and getting squashed. Is it my time? I think he's still got quite a lot there. He's probably got like 400,000, so still a long time ahead of him if he wants to stay away from this hand. So he'll be meticulously going through what could Kutser have in this position.
Yeah.
How long does he have to make a decision before a player can call time?
Well, it's not. There's no real time that you have. It's until the table starts feeling that he's basically abusing the situation, because obviously the blinds are going up, and while he's thinking, the clock keeps running,
Another 3,000.
and he's sacrificing as many hands as you can get at this level. By the time he's finished, they've lost like 5 or 10 minutes, and it's the next levels on them. So when the rest of the table, and particularly the opponent, feel that this guy's taking too long, they can call the clock. And when the clock's called, he's then got 60 seconds.
Well, I do know that there's a minimum amount of time before a player can call time on another player, and that's 2.5 minutes.
Is that the minimum amount?
Conrad.
I haven't played poker before, so I'm not...
Pass the dealer button, please. Your aunties and blinds.